Hey everyone, and welcome to another video from Debutify. In this one, we're going into the winning products in November for week number 1. And we did take a bit of a break. We just got a bit busy, but without further ado, this sheet will be down below. It's just accessible to anyone. You can use it as you see fit. If you like more of these videos, please be sure to like. We have other videos coming out as well, very exciting, including other Debutify tutorials as we do a lot of upgrades. Keep in mind as well, all of these, as I said, are all vetted. We usually go through about 40-50 products a week. My team vets, and then I go through and I say that these are the best, right? Now, I always say do your own research, do your own marketing to make sure. I don't get this 100% correct. I try and put in the details here to give you a baseline and a baseline understanding of the marketing angles. I always recommend doing your due diligence and double checking as you go down this path. Jumping into the first product, we got this beautiful jewelry brand. I love jewelry. Jewelry has a high perceived value. It has good margins. And as you enter this space, it is a phenomenal thing to sell. What you can see here is you can see that this is a couple's ring. These are fantastic. These sell really well. It's cheap. It's affordable. People will buy it. It's not really a need item, it's more so a want item, and it can be customized, which is sort of absolutely fantastic and sort of what people want. You can see that the page is very basic and that they have some upsells of frequently bought together to try and increase their average order value. Okay, so you can see that it's got women's, men's, and couple, right? And you can see that obviously the price is higher, but it's cheaper, $10 cheaper. So you can sort of see all of that there. This is a great simple item that a lot of couples will like. I like the design, and you can see how very much it has that, and it's just a very important item for a lot of people, especially coming into this time of year, being Q4. As you can see, it would be United States 25, because of the higher price, 25 to 44-year-old women. It's generally going to be that one, it would probably be 25 to 34-year-old women that would buy it for them and their partner. In terms of marketing creative, a simple image as simple as that. Make sure it's optimized for mobile, especially for reels related placements or mobile related placements, so that on stories, reels, it really is optimized. And ideally, if you had two hands with people wearing them, that's what really signifies the importance of that item. Moving on to the next one. We have, you can tell this is again a dropshipping store very, very quickly, very straight away. So as you can see, they've just put the TM there, which is very dropshipping related. Obviously, it's not trademarked, so for anyone worried, don't be worried about that. It's just a simple pet trimmer, right? As someone with pets, this is a fantastic item. It's not the pet trimmer I've seen 100 times. It's a different one, hence why it could work. And if you focus on it, as you can see, the images are a lot on sort of cats, which would work quite well. Obviously, it has dogs in it too. But it's fantastic where it can also do their ears as well. So ideally, if you could show someone trying to groom their pet, cat or dog, then that works really well. I would actually focus a lot, truthfully, on cats. Cat owners are very, very, very meticulous with their cats grooming it's a general base. So if you want to show a video on that, I would market this to 25 to 44-year-olds. Anything over the price of $20, you would nearly almost immediately exclude 18 to 24-year-olds. That's just a general rule of thumb I've learned. I would focus this towards women as well, right? And that's pretty much how I would market this. I would target interest for people that are into cats, famous cats, let's say like Garfield, famous movies, or animal magazines, simple as that. The next one, now this item is one where, again, I really like this, but this might be a difficult one to sell. I just got to be honest, it'll be definitely more geared towards men. This one would be 25 to 44-year-old men, most likely. However, it can be a bit difficult to market just because of the type of product in terms of via paid ads. So you have to just be mindful of that. Okay, so I will try and market this as a toy, right? Not as a real gun, but just as a toy, and you can then not circumvent, but then you can be within the policies, because otherwise, naturally things like this, guns and stuff, you won't be able to market normally. So make sure it's marketed as a toy, as a video, right? And you want to show what the benefits of this is, right? So you can sort of see here, I'm just going to turn this audio off, but you can see that it's sold as this fun, gimmicky item, right? And you can see, obviously, I'm not saying you should copy this video, you should make your own video. And you can see as well that its point of it is that it gets insects and flies away, right? So as a fun, gimmicky toy that gets rid of insects. Okay, and so I would strongly recommend making your own about this. I would recommend getting the product and trying to do that to really sort of show that. I know it's more work, but that's the whole point. That's what makes a good creative, as opposed to one that's just copy and pasted that won't convert in this day and age. As I said, in terms of price, I would focus on 25 to 44. You can see that, again, whenever you're not sure of things, always look at who they're using in the creatives, and you can see it's all pretty much men. So you can actually see it's older men. So based on that, I would say 25 to 54, based on that as an immediate assumption. Next item. This item is just a cool item for people that like tennis. Again, very obvious, just target people that like tennis or famous tennis players or the brands, let's say like Nike or Adidas as an example. Really just keep it broad, 2 to 10 million. It doesn't have to be perfect. The price range, you'll want to go 25 to 44. Also, if you're interested, just famous athletes and that in general, right? People that like tennis, it's an obvious one, but if you want some more just famous athletes, you don't need to worry about if the athlete is 100% in tennis, okay? Or people that are into various big sports, let's say like various football, soccer. A lot of people like a lot of sports, they like a lot of different sports. So you would want to market this as a quick trainer, setting it up, hitting the ball and having fun, good exercise, good rhythm for your body, stretching your muscles and training you on how to be better at tennis. That's how you want to market this. Okay, so I very strongly recommend that you try and record yourself doing this, hitting the ball, and then edit that. Make it a unique creative as much as possible is what I recommend. The next one is, again, just chef preserve. I like these items. Preserving items is an important thing to me, and it's an important thing to a lot of people with the rising costs of groceries and various things along those lines. It's very important that people preserve it for freshness, health, as well as saving money instead of having to reduce waste. I don't like to waste. So very important. You can see this item is branded. This would be focused towards 25 plus year old men and women. Older people will be buying this, but I would focus this probably more on women, people that are into famous chefs, various types of cooking magazines, cooking TV shows. It's a huge niche, right? You don't need to worry too much about the interest there. With the creative show, products going off and throwing it in the bin, wasting food, costing money, time, getting more groceries. Whereas this, you can preserve it and, preserve it for significantly longer. Okay, so it's very important. You can get a certain amount of bags with it as well, so it's got a natural upsell. A lot of people that want this will naturally get bags, and they'll want refills because that's just, the bags will get dirty, they'll get damaged. So it's a great item for the short, medium, and long term. You can see it has a lot of reviews from this page, and they put a lot of effort into this page. It's really well made. You see sort of before and after, that's really well done. So that's where I would sort of model that as well, sort of building that nice page. Next item. This one is a bit more of a niche item, but I would focus this on kids-related TV shows as the interest. I would focus this on 25 to 44-year-old women. This is going to be mums and nans and stuff. Actually, let me change it. 25 to 65-year-old women is more going to be the people that are going to buy this. In the United States, target just kids' TV shows as an example, famous movies, let's say like Frozen. Don't need it perfect. Don't worry too much about that. It'll be mostly the creative. And what you can see is it helps them read and write and do maths. Okay, so it's a great item. If you can just show this item in use in that fashion, it'll work quite well, where it's self-taught learning, very straightforward. Kids have a lot of fun with it, and you can see how just in this simple GIF, it tells the story. Okay, so you can see we have the creatives for it as well. You can see for some reason that's not actually updated when it should be, which is kind of sad. And you can see that you can buy bundles as well. So it's got a natural upsell there. Ideally, if you want to show one of the books and how it teaches kids to read and write, someone that nearly has a 3-year-old, reading and writing is becoming more and more important. Make sure that you keep that in mind as you go down that path as well, okay? So I would ideally try, obviously it's a lot harder to get a kid in the video, but show just writing on it, and show how the benefits of that, it's going to make their kid smarter, make their kid more independent, it's good playtime. So this one's a bit of a harder one to market, but you can see as well fast results, improved handwriting, and much more. So you can see that's their first image. Whenever you're not sure, get inspiration from what they've done, improve maths, and you can use this in your copy for you, and copy as well as a creative. All right, so this one's an oven scrubber, basically. They call it the horsepower scrubber, which is a cool name. But basically this is a great item that helps you clean ovens, cleans various things. You can see that it's a very multi-use item that allows you to very easily clean ovens. So I would actually market it as multi-use sort of cleaner. Express cleaner is sort of how I would do it. You can see how they put a lot of effort into this creative. You can see this is, as you can see, as seen on TV. So guaranteed this is done quite well. You can also see again from the creatives that they're focusing on looking at the hands and stuff, predominantly women. So again, just looking at someone's hand, you can tell if it's male or female, right? So focus on women, 25-44. You can see that it is about $80 collectively. So just keep that in mind. So that's where I would focus that, probably on 25 to 54 United States, people that are into home decor related interests, let's say like TV shows, gardening TV shows, home building shows, renovation shows, and that's all you need to do. Try and show the product in use in and around the house, like what's being done there, and before and after. And that's sort of the best way to then market that product. Moving on, we have a lint remover. So, for people that have with pets and sweat and stuff as well, very basic item. I would market this to 18 to 44-year-old. It's more a spontaneous buy. And for some reason, the images are really poorly optimized in this sense. But basically, you would want to have it so that you're showing the benefits of it as well. So you can see overcoat, sweater, scarf, gloves, and plush toys. So you can use it on a variety of things. Most people are going to use it on their clothes, so focus on the clothes and how their pets get it dirty. If you can clean that, then you're absolutely off to a great start. So that's sort of how I would market that. That one is a very straightforward one. I would try and get a number of videos for that. In terms of marketing, market it to people that like animals, because people that like animals likely have dogs. Again, if you want to be more specific, focus on famous dogs, or various things centered with a dog in it. Let's say like a movie would be 101 Dalmatians as an example, if that's an interest. Okay, so think of it in a broad sense. Moving on to the next one, we have this mini electronic grinding machine. So this is fantastic for coffee lovers. Okay, so people that like having coffee on the go, it is a portable electric grinding machine that allows you to make coffee. It might not, I don't know, make the best coffee. I don't drink coffee, but you can see as well, it also can do other things there as well. All right, so I would focus on coffee because that's what a lot of people want, but you can also use it for a variety of things. So a multi-use grinding machine would be how I would market it. 25 to 44, the price again, and in that age, 25, 44 people on the go, 25, 44, it sort of makes sense, men and women. And I would try and make a video of you being out and about, wanting to have a smoothie, wanting to have a coffee, and then grinding it up and then going through that process. That's what people want. In terms of targeting, you'd want to target people that are on the go. On the go in terms of travel would be the most obvious one. People that are into holidays, people that are into, when you think of travel, you think of airlines, right? So famous airlines in your region would be what I would target. Okay, and that's how I would market it. Again, 1 or 2 creatives, doesn't have to be perfect. The product usually sells itself once you have the right product with a decent creative. Now this item again is a saturated one, so we all sort of know that, but it is a great item. I would strongly recommend marketing this by trying to be a bit different. Right, this item does do very well. I would try and show the benefits of this. Someone that has back problems, myself, this is a fantastic item to help with back posture. Make sure that you actually buy the item and try it and make some videos, right? Get your phone out, get us a little stand for it, and take some recordings of yourself doing it and showing in pain and then the benefits of it. Cricked back, bad posture, sitting in your seat. This helps, give that quality of life back. It is a viral item for that very reason. While it has been sold significantly, I always put it here because this item will only get better, especially coming into Q4. People applying presence, people with back problems. This will be really, really, really good. In terms of interest, target people that are into gym, target people that are into chiropractors. Okay, if there's a famous chiropractor, I would have to Google that, for example. People that are into health and wellness related magazines. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now, the reason I always say magazines is something you don't go to specifically without a very clear interest. So magazines have always been a high converting one, whereas opposed to like a movie, isn't really the same. A magazine is something you usually have to buy, something you usually have to go out of your way for. So that's why I always sort of say try and target those. Okay, so those are the top 10 products for this week. We'll have more videos next week as we consistently work on this as well. Other than that, thank you very much for your time. Have a lovely day. Take care and goodbye.